So please don't look at my messy house because it's like it's all messed up. There's a leak and there's shit everywhere. Look at that fucking hole in the wall. Fucking it's bullshit. But anyway, I was just making a video, and when I come on here, I don't really know what I'm talking about. And sorry, I'm drinking a beer or two. But so from the last one, what did I title it? See what I'm saying? I gotta talk so much that I can't think straight. Got so much to say. I know where I left off, but I don't know what I titled it. What could it be? Let's see. Please, I may start to make sense soon because that's what I'm saying. I didn't know what to title it. But anyway, sometimes you gotta lie, and I know that we're not supposed to. And I was talking about the Abraham movie where he lied. He used to live. Okay, I'm just gonna paraphrase, please. All right, Abraham and Sarah. They used to live in a land, right? And his father was there and stuff. Okay, look, I'm gonna hear myself talk. And God told Abraham, "Go to a land that I will show you." And he left his father and his mother and all this, and he took people with him. Like 70 or so people, and he went to a land that God would show him, but he didn't know where he was going. That's what the crazy part is. And he just started walking, with all these people. It's kind of funny, ain't it? I love the Abraham movie. But so it shows in the movie like he goes to one place, he gets rejected, and there's all these people with swords and everything, and then he goes somewhere else and he's rejected. I don't know if it's like 2 or 3 times, but you get the point. And you probably already watched Abraham movie and you could tell it better than I can. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, he gets to Egypt, and I was wondering, did he just decide at that point to tell a lie? Because he kept getting rejected, and he couldn't even go stay at any land that he wanted to. I'm on my laptop now, so because my phone gives me only 7 minutes, and that bothers me really badly. So the first one's uploading as I talk. So he goes into the land, and Abraham and Sarah, supposedly that was his wife and his sister, like his half sister. So they get there and they tell the Pharaoh guy or whatever, they're like, he's in Egypt, and yeah, it's my sister. So they let them stay in the land. But the sister had to go into the freaking king of Egypt's freaking palace and do things that, she didn't want to do and probably wasn't supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's a pretty messed up story. And so, it shows that, but she has this, she looks all different, has this beautiful, her hair's all done, and, she's looking all awesome and everything. And, the king's taking care of her along with like however many other wives. And, I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is the way I understand the Abraham story. But, it ends up where Abraham is sitting outside by the tree the whole time as his people are in the land. Abraham's sitting by the tree. And like he's sad because he wants his wife with him. Now, that's what's bullcrap. When they went to Egypt, the king's like, well, your wife comes in here and then you and all your people stay out there. I mean, that's bullcrap. So see what you're into? You're into a screwy situation to where you have to kind of like do some bargaining, and this bargaining stuff just ain't working out. And Abraham is sitting outside by the tree like day and night, all day, not even talking to his people because he's worried about his wife. I would be worried too. The king's making the wife do all this damn crap that she shouldn't be doing and everything else, but I would love to know a recap. It doesn't really say. I mean, they did end up getting out of there. They got kicked out of the land. They got kicked out of Egypt. because eventually the king found out that it was his wife, because he came down with the plague of illnesses and everything else. And so he just knew. He just knew, like, this ain't Abraham's sister. Something wrong, because I'm getting all these plagues coming over me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm deathly ill and I'm in bed. And so they just kicked him out of the whole land. And I can't remember what happened after that. So I'm going to have to go see what happened after that. But that's what I was talking about, my aunt. So we got involved in some things, and you're just trying to survive, just like Abraham was. And I told a couple little white lies, and I had my mail going to my aunt's house and trying to survive. And it just didn't work out right. You got family. It's really weird that you can't trust family more than you could trust a neighbor. Maybe it's because neighbors need help, you need help, and maybe like they don't know you that well, you don't know them that well, and maybe it just works out better. But I mean, like, a lot of times you get to know somebody a whole bunch and it just turns to shit. And I don't want it to. So how can we make it not turn to shit? How can we make it better? I don't understand what that is. I just don't understand. So anyway, I found my aunt, and like, I didn't want to play the games she played. I like to be different. I like to do my own thing. What I'm saying? I don't go out there and just play a game on Facebook, like, say, because somebody else is playing it and because I want to be in competition. And that's the way she was. Everything turned out to be a competition. And I came to realize that in my life, like, I'm just sitting here minding my own business. I'm sitting here trying to play a game, and then she had to come play the game too, and then it would show your little freaking icon face of what level you got to. And next thing you know, and you remember, you could pay money on there. You could pay money on Facebook to play these games. Well, maybe you didn't play them before, but you could pay money to advance yourself. You could buy coins and then get better gifts and stuff like this. Like, I might not be saying it right, but you could advance yourself for a while. And she was like this secret, covert, narcissist type of person, to where that's why I'm saying you didn't know you were in competition. But if I've been playing this game like every single day for like an hour or two a day, and it was a word game and it was really cool, and I'm just having fun because I like to do that, like word womp, or pick the letters to make words. That's kind of like how it was. And it was so fun. And it's like, why can't I just play something by myself without you sitting around following me and trying to be like me? I mean, that's how I felt she was doing. She already played a game, Farmville, and we all were playing it. Why does it have to turn into a competition? Why? Leave me alone. And then she would call on the phone and she would get my mom all upset. Oh, I'm at level 53. So? Who cares what level you're at? We're just playing the damn game. Why don't we talk about how you got a golden egg today? Or how you got the rainbow egg. The rainbow egg was the coolest. Because you would get these little cute little ponies and stuff. But what happened was, when you buy the coins, and then you could get golden eggs more. I don't know how it worked because it's a while ago, and why I'm talking about this is because I'm just seeing how my family was. And I had to get out of that. It is so stupid. This shit is so stupid. You're trying to play a game and everything turns into a competition. I don't want to compete. I'm not here to compete. I'm here to be myself and figure out what the hell is wrong with me, what the hell is wrong with my life, and how I can make it better. And I'm telling you what, I'm better at helping other people than I am myself. I've said that before. Half of the time, you might get feeling weird when I say this, but half the time I don't care about myself. Meaning I'd rather just go help other people. I don't give a shit about myself. There's nothing about myself that's great. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not out to be great. I'm not out to be better than anybody. I'm not. Because myself is not great. Because I know I'm not great. If somebody tells me how great I am, that's great. I'm not great. Because I suck. I don't even know if I even want to. What's great anyway? What's great of being great? Like what? I got a new car. I got a new house. It's like, who gives a shit? But see, that's where my attitude comes in. Like I'm thankful for other people. You know, I'm thankful and I'm happy when they have things. I'm so happy for that. I really am. But there's a thing when you're not like on the same level, or you're not in the same money bracket, or you're not in the same political views, or you're not in the same, what do you say, mental. I got heartburn all the time. But if you don't share the same qualities, or I don't know, or interests, should I say, not qualities, but if you don't share the same, a lot of times it just don't work out. And I can't be like other people. I would love to just really tell you about my life and be honest, and maybe one day I could, where I'm not afraid to do that anymore. And I'm not asking, for sympathy of how bad my life was, because there's many other people worse than me, and I sit there and think about them all the time, like, you know, I wish I could help them, you know what I'm saying? It reminds me of Jesus, how he gave his life up for other people. Well, or God gave his only begotten son, and that's what my friend said on here the other day. I've had to make a lot of sacrifices to give it to all to my son, and then I don't get nothing. And yeah, a little bit you do get angry. Like, I don't know how Jesus just could have done that. He would just give himself away and not. I don't expect anything in return except respect. You know what I'm saying? Respect, just respect. Like, not buying me things, not sucking my ass to where you're liking my stuff all the time, and that's not me. But just respect when we do talk, even if it ain't for 6 years. Wherever we left off, why can't it be just respect from where we left off? I mean, like, why do people get so mad and angry? Like, look, my dad doesn't talk to me. I understand. He hasn't talked to me in 7 years, except 1 or 2 months ago, however he said. I said 2 weeks, but, okay. So I'm trying to understand that he writes in there, I'm busy. So I be understanding, but then he never contacts me again. And you would think that with family, that maybe, it'd be a little different, right? So maybe that's what they're thinking about me. But wait, what do you mean when you're in competition? See, it's not lining up. Maybe I'll make sense. That's what my video part 2 is going to be now. Maybe I'll make sense one day. Not saying that you're not understanding me. Maybe I'll make sense to myself. Maybe I could make sense of it all and to know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Cigarette went out. I know I shouldn't be smoking. I know I shouldn't be drinking. I know that. I totally know that. But I'm okay. I'm okay. I can't drink that much anyway. I got vertigo. I got so many problems. I just need something to take the edge off. The cigarettes don't take the edge off. But I'm sick of being in competition, and that's why I get afraid to even have friends. I get afraid because I'm not competition. Now, I would love to just come on and have my hair looking all good and looking sexy and have my boob crack showing. See, woo, Hey, you know what I'm saying? But that's not me. It's not you either. I know it. Because if you're watching this video and you went through it this long, you know that's not you. But the world, it's like it puts us in competition. Oh, I gotta have my hair this color. I gotta have my boob crack showing. I gotta have a really nice ass. I gotta have a nice car. I gotta have money, and it's never gonna happen for me. I'm not being negative by saying that, but I don't believe it's ever gonna happen for me. The only thing God does is give you enough to survive. And I'm thankful for that. A lot of times I get mad at him because I need more, but you want to know how dumb I was just now? I still have my headphones in that were plugged to my phone, which I thought it was recording on my phone, but I'm on my laptop because I was too hyper to want to make another video. I couldn't calm down enough, so see? So look, I didn't even need him in the first place. How dumb. Because that's how frustrated people will get you. That you can't remember what you're doing anymore. And I try not to let it bother me, I don't. But when it was every day, like, you need to know more. Like, my aunt would call me and she would ring the phone. I had a cell phone back then, and I had it through the state. Like, they used to call it the Obama phone, you know. And I used to have a cell phone, which took my minutes up. You would only get, I think, 2 hours a month? Is that what it was? 120 minutes a month. And she's wanting to be calling my phone and sucking up my minutes when I told her I couldn't afford a cell phone that had unlimited. So I had a phone through the state, and she'd sit there and try to call me as I'm out doing my deliveries at night. I will try to tell her I'll call you when I get home. But sometimes when I get home, I'm too tired to call her, because the reason why is she talked for like 6 hours. I mean, she would talk for as long as you would talk, put it that way. 6, 12, 8, 10, 14, whatever. And I couldn't never get nothing done. And I think people do that too. They try to keep you so bogged down, so not. She would even do that so I couldn't even play the game. And I swear to God, she'd be on one phone and playing the game on the internet and another as she's talking to me. I don't know. If you could just really see what she did, it was really strange and really messed up. And after a while, you're like, wow. You know, you're going through all these things like, whoa, what is she doing? What the hell is this about? And you feel like you're going mental dealing with that. Hey, I gotta grab something. Sorry if I lose you. But I don't want to lose you. But that's what I'm saying. When things go messed up like that, you start thinking that you're nuts. And you're not nuts. You're not nuts because I know you're not nuts. I totally know you're not nuts. Because I know I'm not nuts. Even if I talk hyper and I act like this, I'm not nuts. I'm not nuts. That's how I feel inside. That's how it's coming out. But like, I'm working on it. And I'm acting more nuts when I'm on the video. Because I actually feel like somebody's listening to me. And I thank you so much for listening to me. Because there is so much stuff out there that is so wrong and so hurtful. Yeah, maybe I am sensitive like my dad said. Maybe this, maybe that. But so what? It don't mean I'm a bad person. It don't mean that what I went through isn't true, what I went through. It don't mean that he abused me, but he thinks he didn't. You all know what I'm saying, because you've probably been through it yourself. And I guess I'm only sharing the video to share it with you, that you're not alone. But when you're going through it, you feel like you are the only one, because there's no answers and you don't know how to deal with these people. You don't know what to do. Till one day when you get 46 years old, or you start realizing what happened. I don't know why it takes so long. Because I think to myself, if I could have realized that sooner, if I could have just, this might be sounding rude, but if I could have just ditched these people sooner, if I could have just got the F away sooner than what I did, But it's family. You need people. You work together, right? But that's what's crazy. When you only have so many things or so many people to work with, and they're all screwed. And don't sit there and think that I'm saying I'm perfect, because I'm the furthest perfect person in the whole damn world. I'm one that needs, I can't say that I'm more help. I need more help than anybody, but compared to when you look at the family, I was one that needed more help than anybody else. I need guidance, I need help, and this and that, and I ask God all the time. Not lately. I was telling you about that. I haven't been asking him lately. There's just something I'm not catching on to of what he's saying. I can't hear him completely. And maybe the beer's getting in the way. Maybe the cigarettes are getting in the way. I don't know. I really don't think it is. I could drink a beer and read the Bible at the same time. So, I mean, I don't go overboard. I don't believe. So I guess, like, thanks for listening, because I'm just talking to myself, and I like to rewatch my own videos to learn, to see if I'm nuts or not. But I really don't think I'm nuts. And I really think I went through a lot of hard times and really difficult times and really times, and I know you have too. And I'm just trying to sort it all out. And I get chicken shit to come on here and do a video. You guys are all inspiring me. Thank you for doing that, because, like, if it weren't for you, who knows? I could still be the same way I was before. But I just like to talk about the stuff, because I still kind of want to figure out what's going on, even if not for myself, but even for somebody in the future. Like, I don't know if it's right to just ditch them as soon as possible, or, there's a lot of people who live in home that they're getting beat or hit on or mentally abused. They can't leave. So what information could we give them? Basically, truthfully, what it is, you have to suck their ass until you can get out. So you have to build that other person up and strong enough, and have them have a support system, so then they can just get the hell out of whatever they're in. That's what it is. Because when I got kicked out when I was 16, I think it was younger, but can't recall the times, but, I wish I could have been out of there when I was freaking 12. If you want to go back even further, when I was 6, because my dad was an asshole my whole life. He still is. He's still an asshole, and I should call him up. I should video myself while I call him up. I'll show you the messages I leave. I try to be cool. I try to be friendly. I try everything. But it just don't work. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Because he's a narcissistic, fucking covert asshole. That's what it is. And I'm sorry to end the video on this note, but he is. And why do I keep wanting my dad to love me? Okay, isn't that a strange question? All kids want their dad to love them. All kids want their mom to love them. But guess what? This fucker won't love me. And that's pretty fucked up. And it makes me feel like I'm a complete fucking piece of shit. And I'm not a piece of shit. And neither are you. Neither are you. Not one fucking bit. And they're the fucking assholes. That's what it is. There's no solution. But seriously, the way they are, then it makes you feel like keep calling them. It makes you then it gets you an attitude. Like, why are you acting like? But then, why do I care so much to even have him as my father? But he's my dad. That's what I was telling you in one of the other videos. I hope God can help me if something happens to my dad to be able to want to be there when he dies. That's if they even call me or tell me, because there's people in my family who don't even tell me. My uncle died, they didn't even tell me. So go screw off. My uncle died, they didn't even tell me. But I understand. Like, if it's their thing that they don't want to tell you, maybe they're going through things that they don't want to tell you that their dad died. That's fine. That's fine. I understand. So I'm trying to say, well, if I can understand that, where they won't even tell me if somebody dies. But then I would think, on the other hand, they would have to understand why I'm acting the way I am. But it ain't a two-way street. There's two sides to every story, actually almost three, if you want to include God. What's his opinion, you know? You got two people that are in an argument, and then you got God. I'm sure he'll probably say you're both wrong. You're both totally wrong. Which I understand if God tells me that. So then why can't we figure it out together and get along? But my aunt tells me on the phone, I don't understand why you don't understand people can't get along. All right, so fine. I have to sit here and just know that we are at war all the time and just deal with it. We're just going to be at war all the time? No, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to have any part of it then. She's all living her life. She's okay. And if she has my email or my YouTube, please forgive me. But I'm not okay. I'm not okay with the family and how it is. And maybe you aren't either. You know? So I'm sorry to end it on such a sad, depressing note, but you know, I'm gonna say, I gotta watch the Abraham movie again, but I cry every time. And I want to thank you for listening because it is being heard is very nice. Because I had to shut my mouth my whole life and I wasn't able to speak, and then now I am, and I'm thankful for people listening. So you just wish that the people that you really need to listen would listen. But I'm thankful that all of you are listening to me and giving me a space to talk, and because otherwise, I'm just gonna sit here and be depressed all the time, wishing my dad would love me. It's pretty sad. How can I love my dad? I don't know. What if he was sitting there wishing, on the other hand, that I would love him? How does he want me to love him? What does he want me to do? But when you're dealing with narcissistic people and the covert type of things that they're into, they'll never admit how they want you to love them. And they'll just say that they're loved no matter, it's, there's so much I can say more that I just can't speak. And I better not go on anymore because, you're really probably going to be depressed. But thank you for listening. I wish I had something good to say before I leave. I'm okay. I've survived through it. I'm doing a lot better than I was. Even though certain days I'm depressed, I'm doing a lot better than what I was. You should have seen me about 15, 20 years ago. I could have never done a video like this. I was always afraid. But now I'm not, and now you're not either. And if I said anything to offend you or whatever, I'm really sorry. It's not towards you. It's just venting out what I feel towards my dad, my family. And it's nothing against you. And I thank you for listening. And I hope you have a really great day. I look forward to your videos because I'm so happy how you make them more positive. I have to learn how to get that way. But I'm not there yet. So hopefully, it'll keep getting better. And I thank you so much. And I love you. Have a great day. Bye.